All right, so we're gonna do some cold calls right now. Why the fuck is the signal so bad here? Hi, is this the wall-to-wall painting?
Now,
Oh, accent painting. Gotcha. Okay, so are you like the estimator or like who would I talk to you about like new work for you guys?
that would be me.
Okay, perfect. So I just wanted to know if you guys can take on about 5 to 10 new bids in the next few weeks
Me,
for for you guys if you guys have any open spots in your calendar. Can you guys take on new
yeah,
work right now?
yeah, what contract are you with?
No, I'm not with the contractor. I basically, so I'll get straight to the point. We have one painter in each area who we partner up with and refer work to. And I'm just looking for a solid painter in this area who can do great work. Sorry, what was that?
We had this call the other day. We're not interested. Thank you.
Gotcha. Yeah, I did have a conversation with him the other day. This is Eric. All right, let's see what we got. Look, never take that shit personal because as soon as you do, you've lost. So just how he hung up on me doesn't matter because he's not the only company out there that can be a potential client. So just know that let them hang up on you, and when they do that, never feel like like that felt like shit. No, devour that fucking shit because that's going to make you stronger to move on to the next call and be more mentally tough because the more rejection you get, the more mentally tough you're going to get. So just know that you got to keep going after rejection because remember, this game has rewards, very big rewards, but it also takes a lot of beating out of you. It beats you up a lot with all the rejection left and right that you get. So a hang up like that is nothing because look, I'm still here. I didn't break an arm or anything. I didn't break a finger, thankfully, right? So it's just a person to person conversation. You know, I don't need to feel any type of way because just because he got off the phone doesn't mean someone else could use our service. So let's just keep going. With that being said, let's dial the next one.
Thanks.
Come on. Quit the bullshit, bro. I've called these guys before. It's been a while. It's
Please leave your message for 435-213.
double down. Let's go. See what we get.
Please leave your message for 435-213.
Like if it's all Penny, start with the call, please leave your name. All Penny, start with the call, please leave your.
Fuck, bro, I hate fucking sheets. I don't like this shit. It's annoying. Are you fucking kidding me? Quit the bullshit. Fucking hot in here.
You have reached Twin Peaks State contacting. We are unable to come to the phone right now. Hi, you have reached Twin Peaks State contacting. We are unable to come to the phone right now, but if you will leave your name, your phone number and a brief message. We will get back.
Damn, man, no one's fucking answering. Probably because I've called this area so many times.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Call has been.
Julio, it's Julio. What the fuck is up with all these calls not going through? Signal fucking sucks here. Perfect. So I just wanted to know if you guys can take on about 5 to 10 new bids in the next few weeks.
What kind of is it? Is it a lead service or what?
Like I know you get calls from like Angie's and Home Advisor and all those guys, right?
Mhm.
Right. I'm not affiliated with them by any means. I'm here in Utah just like you are. And really we partner up with one painter in each area and refer work over to them. I was just reaching out to see if you guys can fill in some holes in your calendar, even if it's smaller jobs that you guys kind of want to do, or if it's bigger, even better. But really, I kind of wanted to know like what kind of residential work do you guys do?
We do, okay. I would like to, if we could send you an email with the information who you work with, and kind of how it works, the cost, and then I can get back to you if you're interested.
Sure, yeah, I can go ahead and send an email for you. Is it like, are you guys in a position to take any work at all?
It depends on how quick that work is available to do. Because right now we're probably about 4 weeks out on our repaint and custom.
Gotcha. So would you mind if I like just quickly outlined how like everything works, how I get painters like you, new estimates that lead into closed jobs? And then if this isn't something you're open to, you're more than welcome to hang up. Is that fair enough?
am getting ready to step into a meeting, so I'd really like if you could send me that information, but just in an email. That way, when I have a moment, I can kind of review it. If there's questions, I can either ask you an email or give you a call.
Perfect. So I've actually spoke to you or Orlando before, and I've sent an email before, but I don't think you never got back to me. Probably got busy or something.
Yeah, and then sometimes we're either not interested in that moment, or there's lots of things. We both usually address our emails pretty quickly, but at this moment, I am having to step away from the phone, so I will need you to try to send me that, and that way I can review it again.
Sure. Yeah. I don't think I have your email anymore, but because it was a while, it was back in March when we spoke. But what's a good email?
It is LYNESEY, and that's at alliedpainters.com.
So LYNDSEY. Okay, perfect. And so what exactly would you want to see in that email that would like catch your attention actually?
How do you believe like those things?
Sure. So I can go ahead and like put our website on there. You can go ahead and like check it out. Really like I could show you visually if you'd like later on down the road if you'd want to set up like a 15-minute chat just to kind of see if it's a fit for the both of us.
Okay, no problem.
Sure. So would that work for you if we kind of like hopped on a Zoom call and you can kind of see my face, know that I'm real, and I can show you visually what I'm doing for the clients rather than just send it through an email?
I prefer through an email. Like I said, if we're interested or we get to that point where we'd like to do that, then I would contact you. At this moment, I really do have to get off the phone because I have another one coming in and I've got to go to the meeting.
Sure. Sure. All right. Perfect. Well, good speaking to you, Lindsay. Yeah, absolutely. I wait for them to hang up. I don't hang up. But as you can see that she was really hesitant to get off the phone. I pushed a little bit, right? Pushed a few times, but no matter how much I push, you're just gonna kind of keep going around in the loop and she's gonna keep saying the same thing, send me an email, send me an email. So she would definitely be a tough nut to crack. It is a bigger company, but I feel like it would definitely be worth pursuing. So I've sent them an email before, they didn't respond to it, but you know what? I like something is better than nothing, right? I'd rather like obviously I try to get the meeting there, the appointment, but didn't work out as well. So I'd rather at least give it one last shot, see what we get, and if not, follow up later on, still with the same pitch, but it's worth at least trying to send that email over because she's not going to want to book a meeting on this call, right? So it's going to take a few follow-ups. Some people are tougher like that, but others are like more open to the idea and they're like, all right, yeah, let's book a meeting, right? So we'll just kind of see what happens there. I'm not really trusting it to lead into an appointment just by sending an email, but that would be a cherry on top if it did happen. Let's keep going. Hi, is this Helaman? Hey man, it's Alex. We spoke a while ago. You mentioned that you were kind of open to some new jobs, and we spoke before. Do you happen to remember?
Yeah. What is it?
We spoke before. Do you happen to remember? Right. Yeah, yeah. It was. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think we were in communication of that. We definitely didn't have it. That's for sure. I don't know if like you got a little busy or I got a little busy, but um, really like I was just kind of like wanted to reach out and see if like we can do something together here because I know that you can do great work. I know that I can give you some good jobs, and we've talked about it before, right? And I know that you had a baby and that that was keeping you busy at the time, which is why I thought I'd kind of wait like a month or two, right, to kind of let you go through that and then just reach out again and see like where you're at. Gotcha. Even yeah, no, I totally understand, man. And I know like the market's really good right now just because of the weather, right? Totally. Yeah, no, totally, man. I mean, word of mouth is kind of the best referrals too, right? Yeah, totally get it. Well, even if it was something that we can talk about now, just so we can at least have the conversation and keep it on hold for when winter comes, and that way we can just get started right away. Right. No, which is exactly why I called you today, just because I kind of wanted to get over the whole cold calling stage because I mean, I want to get over like the whole awkward stage where I'm like calling you and you're like, hey, like, what's up? Yeah, like you again, right? So, I mean, I totally get it, man. Like, I wouldn't be open either if I weren't to get anything out of it. But even if we kind of like had the conversation, like I mentioned, yeah, perfectly. Yeah, totally. Would it be like at least worth having the conversation now and then keep it on hold till later on when you can use some more work? Like, I'm not asking you to make a decision or anything, really. Like, really, I'm just kind of, I just kind of would like you to see like what I'm doing for my clients now, the clients that can take more work on. We just had a client close a 15K job, and that was honestly a really good success for him. And it actually went up to 25, but it initially closed for 15. And I just really like I know that you're a solid painting company with Painter One, and so I've seen your work on your Google listing. I know like you're a great dude just from talking to you. And really like I would really want to duplicate those results with you because when we first had that conversation way back like last January, I remember we had a good deep conversation. I believe it was when you were first having your baby, right? And it just seemed like it was a really good. It just seemed like it would have been a really good partnership. And then we kind of like stopped like communicating with each other, whatever. But I'd really like to get something going off for you, and even if it's just like a month that you try it out and see what it does, if it just fills in some holes or overbooks you guys, or even just to keep it ready for winter. I mean, like I said, would it be worth having a chat at least for like 15 minutes? Oh no, yeah, I'm not saying right now, but even if we schedule something like for either tomorrow or the day after, whenever you have like a quick moment. Sure. So so you're going on vacation next week Thursday. On the 17th you're leaving? Perfect. Sure, yeah. Would the 14th work? This upcoming Monday? Oh, you mean when you get back? Yeah, yeah. So Monday the 21st. Yeah, I'm looking at my calendar right now. I do have some open spots. Do you want me to send a calendar invite with a Zoom link on there? Sure. So, is it just like you're leaving for the weekend, I'm assuming? Oh, gotcha. All right, for sure. Yeah, I can go ahead and send that over. Remind me your email again. So HELAMAN at painter1.com. Perfect. So yeah, I'll go ahead and send that. And then, like I said, let's just have that chat. And then if it makes sense for later down the road, great. And if not, that's also perfectly fine. Like I said, I'm not asking you to make a decision on the spot. Like I don't want to have those difficult conversations, right? But I do know that there's some potential that we can definitely bring you a good amount of profitable jobs, just like I've done for other clients. It's nothing hard to duplicate. But I'll go ahead and send that for the 21st. How's the afternoon time? Like 1:30 work for you? Or when would be a time that you'd be in front of your computer? 1:30 would be good? Perfect. All right, man. I'll go ahead and send that a Google invite and then we'll just go from there. All right. Perfect, man. Take care, Helaman. Bye. All right. There we go. All right, we got that one. So let me just note this down real quick. All right, perfect. So, all right, with that one right there, guy's name is Helaman, right? We've spoke before, and he's ghosted me, right? We had a sales call, and I gave him a price, right? I gave him an offer, and we had a really good sales call. He was really close to closing, and his company is great. It's a great company. The thing is that he ended up ghosting me, and then we just fell off from there. I followed up with him a few times. He still wouldn't answer. And then eventually he picked up and we had a good conversation. Just like that, I was able to kind of spark the fire again and book something, but then he didn't show up for the appointment. And then he just gave me excuses that he was sick or whatever, right? And so with this right there, you can tell that they're obviously doing good, right? They're doing good right now. They're not really in need of advertisement, but they can always use new work, whether they tell you that they're too overbooked or not. They would accept new work eventually down the road. So this is obviously for the home improvement niche. I'm calling up painters. And with this painter in specific, with these busier companies, they're obviously doing really good already. So they're going to be tougher to crack, right? Tougher nuts to crack. But once you crack them, it's big rewards, not only for you, but for them, because they're already a very credible company and you're just adding gas to the fire. So as you can tell, he was very hesitant. He was very like, let's call me back in a couple months. But you have to know how to work the prospect with your tonality, with your confidence that you put out on the call. So if I would have been like, oh yeah, I'll reach out in like a couple months, right? He would have told me the same thing a couple months later. So I said, why not have the conversation sooner than later? That way we can leave it on park for later down the road when you're open for new work. And that's exactly what we did. I was able to get that appointment at least on the calendar. And even if he were to ghost me, at least I have some type of commitment from him, right? You can see he was on his way to an estimate or whatever, but I still kept his attention. I was able to capture his attention. He didn't hang up. He stayed on the call. I told him about past client results. And I know that he's a solid client that we could work with. So I'm glad that call happened right there. First appointment after like 15 calls, right? First appointment, but you know what? That's how you find it. Cold calling is definitely the fastest way to get new appointments, right? To get new appointments that then are going to lead to sales. So it really is the fastest way just because it's direct communication, but it's one of the hardest ways. It really is hard because it takes a lot of forcing yourself to do it. You're not going to want to do it at first. And that's okay because that's most people. And that's definitely me at the start, right? Sometimes even at the beginning of today, it's kind of like, fuck, like I don't want to do this, Loki. I kind of don't want to do this. But as soon as you get in that rhythm, as soon as you get in that flow, after force yourself to do a minimum of 5 calls, just force it through 5 calls. And after those 5 calls, now you're kind of in a little bit of a rhythm, right? You still got the training wheels on, but you're a little bit more loosened up at this point, right? And then after 10 calls, right? I'm at 15 right now, 15 that I made in total, but only 4 answered, right? After 15 calls, of, you know, most of them not answering, you kind of get in that flow of like, okay, like, you know what, like this isn't as bad, right? I've spoke to a few people, most of them haven't answered, but you know, let's keep dialing. So once you get in that flow, you're able to now feel a little bit more confident than you did when you first started. So just keep going, don't stop, because the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to get with it. And the more comfortable you get with it, the better you're actually going to get. And therefore more appointments that you book. So let's keep going.